I work for VitensEvides International. It's a Dutch drinking water company. Actually, it's a daughter of a Dutch drinking water company meant for international cooperation, which means that Dutch experts get a chance to work overseas with their colleagues on the challenges in mostly developing countries, mainly in Asia, but also or mainly in Africa, but also in Asia. And usually there's one person from my company, from the daughter company, that is coordinating the projects in the country that is the subject. So in this case I will be staying in Vietnam together with my project leader. We will be coordinating the project, assisted by experts from the Netherlands coming there. To tell a little bit more about the company I work for. We do capacity building and capacity development in colleague water utilities, mainly in Africa but also in Asia. It focuses a lot on non-revenue water reduction because non-revenue water is one of the most important problems in many utilities. If you can tackle non-revenue water, you automatically tackle a lot of other problems that are interrelated with it. It's a large simplification, but that is the direction of what I do. And I am a coordinating person, so I make sure that the experts that come from the Netherlands know what to do when they come here, that they are received, that they have a hotel, that they have a nice time, and that they have people to work with who also know what they're going to be doing those weeks, and all the administration and everything that's involved in between. I would like to learn more about asset management. That's definitely an important factor. And I'd like to learn a lot more about the practice. So how is it organized now in Ho Chi Minh? Because it's different everywhere. And I think from there I can set new goals into finding out what our added value can be. I think just to set the example, non-revenue water on average in the Netherlands is between 3 and 6%. In many developing countries it's 30%, 40%. In Africa it can go up to 70 or 80%, which means for every 5 liters you produce, you receive or you get 1 bill at the customer, which makes it impossible to run a profitable organization or even an organization that breaks even. I think non-revenue water reduction is not at all about rocket science. It's just about logical steps and logical thinking, and not just one step but a lot of steps, and you have to follow up all of them. You have to administrate properly, you have to know exactly what's in your system, where are your pipes, where are your appendages, where are all the other parts. So that's where it starts, mapping out your system. I think the most important thing that it includes is the way that people outside of the water sector think about their work in relation to water. So if a city is water sensitive, it means that people take water into account whenever they are doing their work, whether it's city planners or people who do the maintenance in the park or people who are constructing houses or whatever. I think the water sector is already water sensitive, so it's kind of a non-issue to talk to them about water sensitivity. So I think it's mainly about stakeholders. I would love to learn more about best practices and good examples of water-sensitive cities. How did people achieve this? Because, as I said, it's about stakeholders, in my opinion. Yeah. So I think it's all about mindset. How do you get people to incorporate water management and water sensitivity into their work? And for me, it's not at all about technology. The technology is there; it's been developed. Yeah. It's about how do we get people to think about it. I think there's a lot of work to be done. It's a city with a lot of water, tidal rivers, obviously a very large customer base, 8 million people that don't all have even access to drinking water yet. So, yeah, that's step one. And before...
Do you think the aim is more reached in the Netherlands?
Yeah.
with cities like Utrecht or Amsterdam?
Yeah, I do. Although even in the Netherlands, I think there's big disparities. Some cities are much more water sensitive than others. But it is, in our history, we've always been working with water a lot. So it's logical we think about it. And you do see examples that water is incorporated into life in a lot of different functions. I mean, water is not just used as we have a problem because water is falling, how do we get rid of it? But water is used in a lot of different functions, for transportation, for garbage, for recreation, for giving the city a nicer waterfront. Yeah.